We're praying that.
What's your name? Don't eat it.
Sasha, can you leave? Oh god. Oh, you guys have to go. Sasha, you can't be the center of attention just for today. No!
Yes.
Look, she's gonna drop.
She's not gonna drop.
She's gonna drop her. We're never gonna finish the podcast tonight. And it's 9:06 on a Thursday night. Thor! Alright. Are you two done mushing over there?
No. Probando.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have to talk nice and loud.
So why is your voice like that?
Because this is my locutora voz.
Nah.
Bueno, muchas bienvenidos a otro podcast aquí con Daniel y Gisela.
Y Sasha.
Y Sasha.
Say hi.
No! So, welcome back, guys, to another podcast with Raw Talks.
And Sasha.
And Sasha, a part of the Raw Talks family. It's been a hot minute since we did one. We've been busy, and also we've just not been taking action to do it.
So what are we talking about today?
I think today the topic, we're going to talk about fitness, but not go into depth about nutrition and training protocols, because that's a whole nother topic in itself. But more so what we're doing in our fitness lives right now, what our goals are, or where we're at with fitness. Daniel and I have completely different goals and vision when it comes to our fitness lifestyle. Se me ha puesto flaquito. Don't start.
Yeah, but you start, bro.
Don't start.
Porque te más gorda.
Estoy en etapa de volumen. No, I'm playing. Actually, I'm in etapa de cut. And I've shaved off 10 pounds. I started with my coach at 178, and we're at... Sasha, you're eating the headphones. And we're at 166. So we're in a cut, then we're going to go into another bulk.
Okay. And then what you say we're going to talk about the fitness.
Yes. So I guess we'll start with you.
What about me?
Well, what are you doing with your life right now when it comes to fitness?
Nothing. No, I do.
But
fitness,
it's not nothing.
No, I do. I work out every day, forever. I will never stop because it's part of my life. But it's not my priority like before.
Because you did Ironmans.
I did so many things, but every time I would do something new, I would try to be the best at it.
Compete,
be
balls
serious
to the wall.
about it.
Yeah.
Train hard every day, hardcore. So, when I was volleyball back in the day, and then from volleyball, I quit volleyball, and then I started doing snowboarding.
And you played college.
I played volleyball.
College volleyball.
Yeah. And then, but it was all serious. And then I started doing, running marathons, and then I got bored, and then I started doing triathlons, and then I got bored, and then I started doing CrossFit. So all of that was serious, especially CrossFit, competing, training. It was.
You did. I think that's when I met you in 2018.
Yeah.
And I think you were being so serious about CrossFit. I remember when you came into the gym.
You thought I was gay?
We all thought you were gay. Because you wore these vibrant, colorful colors. And it's the South. So, y'all know how the South is when it comes to stereotyping people. And you were flaco.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were flaco. And you were so serious about trying to make it to the games or even a regional event.
To be really good in CrossFit. Because I knew I wasn't going to go to the games. I knew what these people can lift.
And they were lifting so much.
But I started, and I was pretty good because I was really fast, skinny fast, because I came from triathlon. So I was really fast. So everything, cardio, gymnastics.
That was your bread and butter.
But when it comes to lifting heavy, then that wasn't. So I was training twice a day, lifting, and then metcons, seriousness, and blah blah blah.
And for those who don't know CrossFit, in order to be good at CrossFit, it takes a lot of time and dedication and a lot of
Because there's
training.
so much shit you have to train. There's the gymnastics, there is the lifting, the Olympic lifting, there is the normal lifting because you do like bench press for some workouts and stuff.
Like
Then
your
there is
endurance
the
training,
endurance part.
conditioning.
So it's so much time consuming.
There's also strongman.
Everything,
In
swimming, and
yeah.
especially if you compete, you're gonna see a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so you have to be overly prepared when it comes to CrossFit, and it just takes a certain amount of dedication. And you were also a full-time police officer at the time.
So I wore like 12 hours. It was terrible, but I was in the best
Shape of your life.
Yes. Like I was in the best. So I do think CrossFit is the best thing for everybody that want to be in shape.
I 100%.
But
Agree.
but then I just after Vegas I competed and then I was just done. And then from there I tried to do bodybuilder for bodybuilding for 2 weeks. And then
he thought he was getting fat.
I was getting fat.
No.
I was bulking,
First of all,
but I was getting fat.
Daniel, your genetics don't allow you to get fat.
It's my body. It's my body, my choice.
But your fat to anybody else is gonna look muscular. You probably were feeling you were getting fat. You were getting a good bulk.
I look like a ham walking around.
No, you don't.
Anyways,
you don't know what it is
I didn't
to
like
look like
it.
a ham walking around.
I didn't like it, so then I don't know what I did. I was just lifting at the gym. And now what I do now is I do everything. I go to the gym, I lift, I run, I swim, I bike whenever I want to. I just stay active.
Well-rounded.
I lost a lot of weight, but I like the way I look because I like me. So that totally matters. And I'm not competing. I don't really care about fitness that much. It's part of my life because it makes me feel good and I like to be in
you also have to
shape.
Look good for your career.
Well, not really, because there are all type of different actors, all type of sizes. We just told the truth.
But I think it also depends on the roles you eventually want to get.
For what I want to do,
yeah.
And what makes me happy, the way I look and the way I project myself, I need to work out, and I always will. But sometimes I don't want to.
So you just stay home and...
No, I mean, I still go. I force myself. Kidding. But I go to the gym for like an hour and a half. Not like before, it was 2-3 hours at the gym. I do my thing.
It's just the norm.
I don't have a backpack anymore. I bring my water, my headphones, and I do a couple things and I'm out. I don't talk to anybody, I'm out. I have a lot of other things that I'm very interested in doing and I'm doing. And that's me. But that's me now. Which is pretty cool.
You a year ago was not like that?
No, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Because a year ago I was just doing bodybuilding and I eat well because I follow some of your diets or diets that I have in the past, so I keep my diets pretty clean and nice for the rest of my life for my health because I take care of my body.
And we don't eat out a lot as often.
And when we do, I don't care. I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want. I just don't do it because I have good discipline, better than yours. So for no reason, because I don't need to. But unlike you, that you have to. But I eat whatever I want. But I don't do it all the time. Maybe once a week. I do have my whiskey on Saturdays. I love my whiskey. But yeah, and it's as long as
there's nothing bad about it. You're doing what fits your schedule. You're chilled. You like it. You're still healthy. What matters is that you're healthy and you're living a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, it's but like it's just simple. Fitness is not my priority or third priority. It's nothing. It's just there every day, and
you need it to maintain.
But yeah. But I don't spend a lot of money on fitness stuff like before.
I do.
My membership, I go to LA Fitness right there down the road. It's like $40 a month, and that's pretty much it. Unlike before, CrossFit membership, equipment, weightlifting coaching, swimming coaching, stretching coaching.
Everything. We used to have GoWatt and
everything.
Then the nutrition in CrossFit, though, I do feel that we spent less, but I also think that in CrossFit we don't focus on the fueling, on the nutrition part as much as we do in bodybuilding.
Well, we didn't, but
But
the professionals do.
maybe that's a good.
But it's still not comparable to bodybuilding. You know?
We
Bodybuilding is just stupid.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Can't say that about the sport your wife does.
What is your fitness life looking like today?
Looking like, or do you want to know my history?
No, I don't
have
know.
a history. Era una futbolista. Yo fui futbolista in high school y basquetbolista. I was the goalie, and my first game of soccer, I remember I stopped a PK. Amy, if you're watching
You were just
this,
playing soccer downstairs, or you just...
I'm a beast.
No.
I just turned 30. My body's a little slow.
No.
Anyways, I was a goalie. We were playing soccer, but we were doing footwork passes and stuff like that. It was still good. I still got it. I was a soccer player, a basketball player. I did a season of track, and I did a season of volleyball in high school. Bet.
Bro.
What?
You said you were good at it?
Yeah.
No.
I did a season. I was good at basketball.
No. Bro, I seen you guys
Bro,
play.
you can't compare the La Liga Hispana, high school. Also.
I seen you guys play.
No. You've seen me play in La Liga Hispana. You haven't seen me play one of those. You didn't see me in high school. I sat on the bench. Just kidding.
Probably.
No, but I basketball was the longest sport. I started playing basketball in 6th grade, and I think I went all the way until high school, and then did it for fun throughout college and stuff in the GBL Hispanic League here in Atlanta. I think my first or second year of college is when I started CrossFit. I did CrossFit for 8 years. I loved it. I think the last 3 years I was in the best looking shape of my life. But then I turned over to bodybuilding because I injured my back. And you remember that really bad injury? I was out for 4 months. And I couldn't even do anything. I couldn't put, not even a sock on. Because of that injury, we started going to, you remember the One Life Fitness in Alpharetta. We started going to One Life Fitness, and we started doing bodybuilding. And I literally would do the whole row of machines, 3 to 4 sets of 10, and not one thing I was doing. But what I liked about it is that I didn't feel pain in my back. So that's when I got into bodybuilding, and I got my first coach in 2022 with some guy that hooked me up that you went on a photo shoot for. You remember that photo shoot you did with? And he hooked me up with my coach back in 2022, or connected me.
Yeah.
And that's when I started bodybuilding. So that was when I started bodybuilding serious. And I liked it. I was pretty hooked.
Boring.
You're just mad because...
No, bodybuilding is boring.
It is... I think it's boring if you don't have a purpose. But, me, I'm a person that cannot work out just to work out. I have such a competitive spirit. And I've done such competitive sports that I understand, I want to look good. I want to be a hot mom. I want to be a MILF when that time comes. So I'm going to always continue to go to the gym. However, I have to, do something. And I don't, obviously bodybuilding is not forever, but while I can do it and I can step on a stage, I want to do that. I want to have a purpose when I go in the gym. I need that.
I don't.
No, you don't. So I did my first show. I've done 2 preps. I've did my first show last year in 2023, and I was not ready, but I just love the feeling of performing. I love the feeling of being on stage, and you do have to have coordination. So I know a lot of people that can't walk on heels, but I've also been a dancer, and I can dance with heels on, and that's kind of what your stage presence is when you're on a stage, is that performing side. And I like to look bedazzled. I like the nails, the eyelashes. So that's something that I like about bodybuilding versus what CrossFit had. CrossFit was so hardcore. CrossFit, like I liked my shape in CrossFit, but I looked a little bit more manly in CrossFit versus now with my focus. I compete in the wellness division. So if you don't know what wellness is, it's the girls with the bigger lower bodies. I just have more oomph in my lower bodies than what I do in my upper body. And when I was doing CrossFit, it was the opposite. So I just looked very bulky and manly. So I also like how my physique has looked and changed in bodybuilding. And that's why it's just like,
Boring.
oh my God, you suck. You suck. You're just jealous. Do
No.
you like when I did my bodybuilding show last year? How did you feel about looking and seeing me on stage? Honest opinion.
Yeah.
She's snoring.
She's snoring a bit sleepy.
So, have you had any embarrassing fitness moments that you can remember?
Well, yeah, we're doing triathlons. I started doing triathlons. I remember my first triathlon in Puerto Rico. I never biked before, and when you have a triathlon bike, it's completely different as compared to a regular bike. You get the air tubes and you also clipped to the bike, which is hard to do if you've never done it before. So what I did, I guess I was crazy. I just signed up for the Ironman, and then I purchased a bike. And I never trained outside. I trained in my house because it was in Massachusetts.
So you never tried your bike?
Never tried my bike on the road. So until the race, and I had reflectors on, which is a no-no because that means you don't know what you're doing. Like the little kids with reflectors.
Mm-hmm.
I never took them off because I didn't know better. I was scared because I was clipped to the back. I didn't know how to get off if I needed to get off quick. And I was also scared to drink water while holding the air tube. So I didn't drink water for the whole race in the bike.
How many miles was that?
56?
56 miles on a bike? No way.
I don't remember.
So how many?
So
how
it's
how long do you
1.2
run?
miles swim, 13-mile run, and 56-mile bike, something like that.
Holy.
I don't know. So I didn't drink water at all because I was scared. And I lost one of my waters who was attached in front of me. I lost it because I hit a
Like a bump,
speed bump
on the road.
and it flew away. So I lost it. And then I was too scared to grab the water from the people because I didn't want to let the air tubes go because I was scared.
Oh.
So that's that. You know, every time I did an Ironman, I didn't know what I was doing. And then after the fact, I will learn something for the next one and the next one. But I never had a coach or anything like that, so I didn't really care. I just wanted to finish the Ironman. And then when I went to Ireland and I was swimming there, the water was cold, so I needed to wear a wetsuit. So the purpose of a wetsuit is for water, cold water, to not come in, which means that if you do something inside, the water won't come out, right? Because you have a wetsuit.
Correct.
Right. So I didn't know. Well, everybody knows. I was not thinking clear. So I was swimming in the cold water, and I thought that it would be a good idea if I pee because I was in the water. That way I don't have to pee afterwards. So I pee.
Stuck in your suit?
I pee inside me, and I have a wetsuit on, so the pee was still inside. But it's actually smart because pee
is warm. And so you were cold.
Warm, swimming in the cold water.
But no one knows.
No, I didn't know. Well,
no one knew that happened to you, though.
No, because...
But it's almost like bothering you in your head because you think people can, smell it or...
I don't give a shit. People would shit themselves in Ironmans because they don't want to stop. I'm not that serious, so I stopped. But I don't care about if I smell or not. I don't... Everybody smelled in an Ironman. But it was just, I guess, funny because it was just common sense and I was naive, I guess. So, but... Yeah, and then in Colombia, I did Ironman in Colombia and I almost died there because also during the bike it was so hot. So you know when your body temperature changes, if you're hot, you can go to cold immediately, or vice versa.
Yeah, your body goes into like a shock.
Right, into a shock. So I was dying of like heat stroke. It was so hot. And I stopped to drink water, and this Colombian kid just dumped a bucket of ice into my head.
Holy shit.
So I was in that shock. I couldn't speak. any language. I couldn't. I wanted to say stop, but I couldn't. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. And then he eventually stopped, but I almost died. And then yeah, I finished in like 7 hours, which is like you have 8 hours to finish.
Damn, you were an hour shy.
Yeah,
Almost didn't make
finished.
that finish line.
But because it was a different weather. So every Ironman I did was in a different country and a different weather, and I never trained for the weather, and that plays a big
In
part.
Colombia.
Colombia, Dublin, which it was called Puerto Rico, which it was hot, you know, and then I did Maryland here in the States. But yeah, it's a learning lesson, and then but I'm crazy. I like to try new things, and then I'll figure it out how to.
I tried new things.
Not really. You're more safe.
No, I went
person.
paragliding in Guatemala.
You went paragliding because I kind of forced you to do something.
Yeah, but
with
that's
your life.
insane.
Not really. I was kind of boring.
To me, it's insane.
Have any embarrassing moment in
I-
any competition or something?
I do. That would never forget that one that marked my life, and that I was so underprepared for. So,
Alabama?
yes, I did Mayhem on the Mountain, and if you guys know about any CrossFit competitions, that one's pretty popular in the South. So, Daniel was my coach 1 year in my CrossFit career.
Best coach ever.
I was underfueled, undertrained, unprepared.
Overtrained.
Overtrained, underfueled, unprepared.
But you look good, right?
I look good.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I think I look good, but not. I didn't perform good.
Well, that's your fault.
At the gym where we were training at, I outperformed everybody. But when I went to a CrossFit competition, I got my ass whooped. Well, I came 9th place out of, I think, 18 girls, though. I was in the middle of the pack. I wasn't last either. So, in Mayhem on the Mountain, there was the event, and I'm not going to forget this. It was run a mile, swim or paddle board 400 meters, and then I was going to bike. I forgot the bike.
No, you didn't forget. You didn't get to it. Torcito wants to go in the middle now. Torcito.
This man. Torsote. Torso.
Say hello.
No, I got near Sacha. No, hagan bulla. Okay, so, yes, I never got to the bike, but let me tell you. We had to paddleboard, I think it was 200 meters one way to 100 meters back. And y'all remember, and I think it was 2013, Elijah Muhammad on the beach at the CrossFit Games, he was just laying on that surfboard. The man went out to shore, never came back. I ran my 1 mile as hard as I could.
And she never made it back from the water.
I paddleboard 200 meters out back.
I remember I was recording it, and then I just stopped because it was just sad.
Bro, first of all, I never practiced the paddleboard, and they didn't give us a paddle. I was using my hands to swim, and I never sat on one in my life. So I thought if I sit on my knees, I'm going to fall forward. And so I laid down, panzota on the board, paddling, and my arms gave up. My arms, do you still have the video?
No, bro. No
My-
one wants to see that.
My arms gave up. My arms gave up on me so bad. Guys, I was just laying on the board, and I remember there was a kid on a paddleboard standing with a thing, and I was like, can you just pull me back to shore? So all these girls were passing me, and I never made it back, and I would do 1, 2, 3, and then I would lay down and take a break on the board.
You time cap. You never made it to the bike.
I never made it to the bike, and they're so messed up for not having the bike second and the paddleboard last because they didn't even give me a chance. I was not given a chance.
Terrible.
It was so bad. That was I think that's been one of my most embarrassing moments. You remember, I have another one. You weren't there that day. I drove. Remember at one point we were going to CrossFit Faded Glory in Braselton? You don't remember that gym?
When we were training there?
Yeah, when
Open
we were
gym?
training there, open gym.
Yeah.
I think we were unemployed.
Yeah.
So you don't remember CrossFit Faded Glory?
We went there after Iron Kingdom, right?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good times. I was doing toast to bar.
I was there? What'd you do?
I was doing toast to bar,
Oh,
and I lost my grip.
your grip?
Torcitos exposing his private
bolas de torso
Las bolas.
más grandotas. Bolón.
Oh my god, I just cried. Oh, that was such a good laugh. I was doing toast to bar. I lost my grip, and I fell back.
Everybody.
And I got up so fast, then I looked around to see anyone saw me, and I had knocked the air. But I was not gonna lay there, so someone can come check on me.
Everybody's done that.
Oh man, but that I think those have been my two most embarrassing moments. I don't have any. I had great times at Knockout. I don't really have any embarrassing moments from Knockout.
The thing is, like, for someone that doesn't want to, like, someone that doesn't do anything, and as far as fitness or training or anything, what do you think is a good something to do for them or to start doing something?
To want to start.
I mean, if they want to build a fitness life, but not fitness life. I want to more like
Just start getting like some type of discipline.
yeah, in the fitness life, or like
I have a lot of girls on Instagram ask me that, and I think the one thing where you need to sit down is to be like, what is it that you want out of this? How do you feel about yourself? Is a question I always ask, the girls. How do you feel about yourself? Are you happy with how you look right now? Are you happy with what the type of lifestyle that you have right now? And you don't have to eliminate everything you do. You don't have to eliminate drinking and eating and stuff like that. But I think a good way to start is, I would say, giving yourself 30 minutes a day to do some type of physical activity and build your way up to some sort of schedule and discipline. You can't, I would not recommend to any person who's not mentally ready to do bodybuilding.
not even
mentally
ready.
No, because...
But I'm talking about it's just fitness, not a specific discipline like body, like
No,
someone that is busy, they work a lot, they have other interests that have nothing to do with fitness.
I would say 30 minutes. Start with 30 minutes a day, whether it's walking outside, walking on an incline.
Well, I would say that if someone wants to start getting to move a little bit around and do something, whether it's for the mental health, losing weight, or discipline, be a better person, whatever. I would say try to do everything. Don't pick a discipline like bodybuilding or anything like that. Try to try everything, because you don't know what you're going to like. Let's say you've never done anything before. You're lazy.
Just
whatever.
pick a sport.
Pick a sport.
To get active.
A bodybuilder is not the only athlete. Athlete could be a basketball player, to bodybuilding, to CrossFit, to skateboarding, to surfing, everything. That's all fitness. That's moving. That you're going to... It's awesome. But you probably don't know what you like. So do everything. Do extreme sports, normal sports, like with a ball or whatever.
And if you think about it, that's also how we start kids off. When kids start playing sports as young as 3 years old, and you start with soccer. I think soccer is the youngest sport you can start playing. But if you guys think about it, in your lifespan, you probably played so many sports to see what you really like. Same thing in your adulthood. Like, if you're getting started in your adulthood, Daniel made a great point. You Just pick
I
something.
think a lot of adults they say I don't have time, blah 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 blah. But I think look, one of the best things ever is running because you get that running. The run is high, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then it's meditation at the same time. You're working out, getting a good cardio, losing weight, burning fat, doing a lot of things, and you can do that in less than an hour, depending on how far you want to go, obviously, and how fast you want to go. But you know you can anybody can do that. You don't have to become a bodybuilder and do diets and
Mm-mm.
hire a coach. Nah,
Mm-mm.
what? Unless you want to be a pro, unless you want to be good at it, nah, what? And then the other thing is that if you don't want that, going to the gym and Planet Fitness and lift weight, it's boring. It's boring
It
if you
is,
don't
and
have the
that, and you're
knowledge.
gonna fall.
You're gonna probably
You're gonna
start and
last three
then
months
then
and
give
not go
up.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's other things out there, classes you could do. If you like to dance, dance cardio. Go dance. If you wanna, but it's something that you would do every day. I don't think you wanna dance every day. But well,
But
you know,
that's when you can pick different things to do.
you could do
You could,
Pilates. You could do
uh-huh.
yoga. You could do so many things, and be active and have a really good health life ahead of you. You know. But there's so many things you can do there, and you don't have to be serious about it if you have other things
And I
that you're interested in.
and I also think people think that the only way to be in shape is through bodybuilding. And it's not the only form of exercise that gets you in shape or gives you that healthy lifestyle. Bodybuilding is really not a healthy sport if you think about it.
I mean, if you're serious about it, it's not.
It's not.
I think that again, and it's CrossFit because it's hybrid athletes. If the people that do a lot of cardio, like
Mhm.
swimming, running, biking, all this stuff, and they lift, I think that's some the best
About it's a
in the
I agree.
health,
CrossFit.
which is CrossFit. But they call themselves hybrid. They don't call themselves CrossFitters. They call themselves hybrid athletes.
Which is the new term.
I guess, but that's how I am now. I'm not nothing. I don't call myself anything, but I am a hybrid athlete because I do one day
A
I'm
little.
swimming and running, the next day I'm doing chest, the next one I'm biking, next day I'm doing shoulders.
I can barely run.
So that it's a hybrid athlete. And well, yeah, it's not CrossFit because we're not doing snatches and cleans and all that. So
You're not
we
doing
just do like bodybuilding
you're not
with
doing the Olympic powerlifting side
or
of
the
it.
gymnastics. So we just do
Correct.
bodybuilding as far as the lifting. Obviously not as crazy or just do the same machines every day, whatever, and then doing your running, your swimming and stuff. Um, Sometimes in the same day if you have time. Sometimes
Hmm.
one day you do cardio stuff. The next day you do some lifting. Um, and I guess that's fun compared to just going to the gym and try to, you know, if you're not
It's like,
serious about it.
yeah,
Like
like
I'm not serious about it.
no, and that's where our fitness lifestyles is the complete opposite because I train for a purpose, and I will tell you this right now, my training is boring. My training is repetitive. My eating is boring. My eating is repetitive. There's sometimes where I plan cheat meals. So like our anniversary came up, that was a cheat meal. Our birthday dinner came up with my mom, that was a cheat meal. So when you are in that competitive, it's a lifestyle that sometimes is unattainable, especially where your mindset is. So that's where you definitely have to try and test everything. Don't just go straight to bodybuilding because it's what's in right now. Try it all.
What's in right now? Who cares about bodybuilding?
Everybody cares about bodybuilding. You're
No
on the
one
wrong
cares
side.
about
You're on the wrong side
bodybuilding.
of Instagram.
No one cares
Talk to the
about
hand.
bodybuilding.
And if you guys have any questions, also you would like us to answer, Daniel, we've been coaches. I'm a coach. Comment down below. We love to answer questions and talk. If there's more topics you guys want us to talk about, also tell us in the comment section. Um,
Torcito, you want to say something?
Dorcito, you should sing for the go. Ah! Oh, thank you guys for tuning in and listening to our second podcast. Is it our second podcast?
The third one.
Oh, we
I
didn't post
think.
the first one because it was a big fail. But we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Wait, you gotta do the hand thing.
Bitch, I'm high.